Hello again, young Star Trek fans. This is Daddy Star Trek. Last time we made a USS Enterprise out of recyclable parts, and today we're going to be building the Klingon D7 Battlecruiser, again out of recycled parts. And so let's just jump right in. Okay, so I got a little ahead of myself just in seeing how this would work. So the first thing you want to do is you want to take a toilet paper roll, and what you want to do is you want to like cut a section in it like this, and this is where our Klingon is going to sit. And then the front of the ship, just make this kind of a shape right here, and again cut so that you'll be able to put a little figure in there. Something else I did was at the front of it, I just made a circle slightly larger than the open circle of the toilet paper roll, and we'll be able to decorate that with stuff. And then this is known as the boom, and this is what connects the front of the Klingon ship to the back of the Klingon ship. And what I did was I took some good sturdy cardboard from an Amazon box and just cut it out about this length that you can see. Glued two of them together, and then these are going to go onto the back of the ship as well, which I'm going to show you right now. Okay, so here's the back of the ship, and I cut it in kind of this shape. I don't know if you can quite tell, and then bent these tabs over, and these tabs are going to be what the Klingon warp engines are attached to. And it's kind of going to go together like that. So the front and the back connected by the boom, and use glue and tape if you have it to put it together. So that'll be the next step. Okay, so here's the basic idea. Here's the bottom of the back and the bottom of the front. And you want to make the boom go about to there. And then I'd recommend using Elmer's glue to attach it, and then probably like a piece of tape. And so that's what we're going to be doing next. Okay, and here it's attached by the glue, and the glue is actually doing a pretty darn good job. So actually, I think I'm not even going to use tape at this point. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put, there we go. I'm going to put that on top of it. So I'm going to glue this down, and then I'm definitely going to put tape probably around here and around here. So around here and here to hold it together. But first I got to glue it. Okay, so here I've glued it over, and I'm holding it down just to see if I can get it to hold by the, no, it's not going to hold by the Elmer's glue alone. So I'm going to use masking tape to mask it off in the two places I showed you before. All right, that worked really well. Exceptionally well, in fact. Look at that. Okay, and so I've got the wings down. They're not really wings, but they kind of look like wings. And so the next thing we're going to want to do is attach warp engines to the rings. or I'm sorry, to the wings, and they're going to kind of just go on like this. Klingon warp engines are not like Federation warp engines. They're just they're thinner, and they don't have, you know, all the fancy lights and stuff on them. So I think we're gonna try just gluing this on and seeing if that works, but if it doesn't, we can always go back to the good old masking tape. So we'll see after that. All right, well, that actually turned out a lot better than I thought. The warp engines are holding on with just the glue very well. I'll give you a full view of the ship at this point. It's starting to really turn out. I'll show you some different kinds of decorations you can put on it. But before that, we got one last thing to put on, and that is the impulse deck, which goes right back there. And I'm just gonna use a floss container. It's pretty much the perfect size, and yeah, it'll work well. So I'm gonna glue that on, and then we'll meet back up. All right, hooray! That really looks good. Very much like a Klingon. I'm actually kind of surprised that this is working so well. If you want to add more hull bulk to this, I mean, I guess you could use, like, you know, more cardboard, or little cardboard boxes or whatever. But I don't know. I think this is working pretty well. You know, if you were to buy a toy of this, it would cost you quite a bit. And the cool thing about this one, just like the Enterprise we did before this, is that, you know, you can play with it as much as you want, and if it breaks, well, you can either, you know, fix it with glue, or you can just recycle it, make a brand new one. You can paint it. I used to spray paint these, but there are lots of other different ways of painting. You know, not everybody uses spray paint. Okay, so now I'm gonna, I think, show you some of the details that you can put on this. See after that. Okay, and here's some of the decorations. The warp engines here, they kind of have a couple of rectangular shapes there. The wings have kind of almost grill. It's almost like a grill. On top of the ship, it's got a Klingon symbol on the left, and then just some random symbols that I made up that are similar to Klingons. And then back on the other side, the same deal. Underneath, right on the bottom, the Klingon insignia. On the front, the torpedo launcher, and just part of the hull, and another part of the hull on the very front there. So now we have just one last thing to do, and I'll be right back. All right, so then I just put in the front Worf. That's the only Klingon figure I have right now, and so you can see how you can put him in the on the bridge of the ship. And yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this. I hope that you make something even better. And you know, with paint and heck, you can even light this thing up. Whatever, pretty cool. And like I said, when it breaks, who cares? Just build another one. Recycle the broken one. So thank you, Star Trek fans. I hope you enjoy this, and we will be back with another one. I'm planning another one, so it will happen. Till then, it's Daddy Star Trek signing off.